Welcome to the Watkins Dead and Breakfast. In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a demo of the Grave Bones LED app-controlled Ultra Skelly with Life Eyes LCD eyes. This is a new prop from Home Depot this year. It was $279 on the drop on August 4th. I did see a few of these being sold pre-drop, and there was one at the Southeastern PA flea market in Leesport we went to last weekend. Not sure how he got a hold of it, but he had one, and we decided to wait and got one for regular price plus tax at Home Depot. So we actually saved a buck or two there. But I've seen some unboxing videos and some demos of this guy already. There are some pluses and minuses I've seen with this guy, but we're going to get him out of the box, assembled, and we'll see what we can do and how he works. So again, this is the unboxing and demo of the Grave Bones Ultra Skelly with LCD eyes. We're going to get him out of the box, set up and demoed for you, so stick around. Out of the box here, got my trusty box cutter here. We're going to see what's in the box. Shockingly, a smaller box than what I was expecting, and someone else in another demo video I watched said the same thing. I was expecting this guy being like a huge box. Considering that he's 6.5 feet tall, but pleasantly surprised with the size of the box. This should make storing him a little bit extra easier. Okay, so we have got the box open. We have got some directions, parts list, assembly directions, more assembly directions, Bluetooth instructions to sync him up to your phone. This is app controlled. He does come with 5 preset sayings, and you can also program, I believe it's up to 30 of your own recorded sayings. So you can have this guy say all kinds of different cool stuff. You can be greeting your guests as they come into your haunt, trick-or-treaters, all that kind of cool stuff. So we're looking forward to seeing what he can do. I did see this on another video, and I'm happy to see this. Let me get this out. Let me get this unhooked here, because we kind of use something similar in our haunt to hold stuff down, but they have these U-shaped tent stakes. These things hold very well. I mean, these are nice and long too. They're about 8 to 10 inches long. These are going to go deep into the ground and really hold him secure into the ground. Oh, and speaking of the ground, he is outdoor rated, so you can use this guy outdoors, which is extra great. It's nice to see a lot more creators and manufacturers doing outdoor props for Halloween. As a person who a haunt that does a lot of animatronics in our haunt, most of them are not made for outdoors, so we have to cover them up every year or every day, just in case it rains, and it gets to be a hassle. And even then, you still get moisture in them, and they eventually break down. So starting at the top of the box, we have the base, a piece of cardboard here, my knife. Looks like we've got the legs, there's one leg, another leg, a piece of cardboard here. If you're not like us and you want to put him back in the box, I would highly recommend taking a picture at this point, taking a above shot so you know exactly how they got him back in the box. We always pack our stuff up in 56-gallon totes we get from Home Depot or Lowe's. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description below to those of how we pack up our stuff. Not that we don't like the boxes, but it's just so much easier to have totes because they're extra stackable, they're waterproof and bug proof and all that kind of stuff. So we just swear by totes and we go by that. So he shouldn't be pretty much stowable in a tote, including the base, because it's not that wide. So we should be able to work with that, and again, I'll link that in the description. So, but again, if you're going to reuse the box, take a picture now so you know exactly how they have this guy packed in here. So, all right, they have left arm, and as with the ultra posable skeletons, this guy's hands and wrists and stuff are fully posable. So you can have him holding stuff. The ever popular middle finger, which I have to patrol my yard because people just love to pose my Ultra Skellies with middle fingers and all kinds of stuff. But we can have him holding weapons or anything we want to hold. So that's the left arm. And here is the right arm again with ultra posable. Just saying the wrist doesn't lock in place. It would be nice if it was like a ratcheting wrist, but you know, we'll take what we can get on these guys. I'm just glad you have the locking elbows and shoulder joints and stuff. So okay, and we got us a leg bone and another leg bone. It's like the tibia and the femur. Stay. Where did you go? And another leg bone. And another leg bone. This should be all the legs. We have the torso, and as you can see, it's kind of hard to see from there, but they have the screw-on waterproof connectors. These screwed together to keep moisture and water out. So this guy is definitely outdoor rated. The control panel for him is on the back of the left shoulder. As others have pointed out, on this guy, apparently there is an issue with the speaker. It's not a very good speaker. I'm not sure why they decided to go with this particular speaker. Obviously, it's kind of hard to have a large speaker box in this guy, but it would have been nice if they couldn't have been a better speaker. And if not a better speaker, there's no auxiliary jack for this guy, so you can't hook up an alternate speaker to plug him into to make the sound a better quality. Maybe at some point, maybe if they bring this guy back next year, they'll change that and add an auxiliary jack, or maybe do some kind of aftermarket upgrade where you can remove the old panel and put the new panel in with an auxiliary jack. I'm sure at some point in the future, people will figure out how to break these and jailbreak them and put their own auxiliary jacks in. But we'll see how that goes in the future from Home Depot. Hopefully they'll come up with a solution of sorts. So there is the torso. There are LED lights in the torso. I can see them just on the back side of the sternum here. So we've got that. And then we got the feet. These are actually some really, they're hollow on the bottom, but they're not like cheap plastics like some of the props that have like the really thin plastic. These should hold up for a really long while. There's some decent quality plastic feet. And we got the hips, and of course the waterproof adapters and the screws, everything together. Hip socket, and then that's power adapter. Yep, power adapter. And this has like a really long cord on it, but we'll get to that later. And then in this box should be the head. And there is the head. Pretty lightweight, which is nice. It's got the servo neck connection, again with the waterproof connectors, and it even has this little black nylon sleeve that once you plug everything in, you can pull that down over the top of the spine, and it'll hide those wires, and it won't be as noticeable when he's set up. Good looking skull, very nice looking, very detailed, got a nice texture to it. I can see people in the future corpsing these guys, and really we need to see what some people can do with this kind of stuff. Do a little corpsing on these guys, make some zombies or something out of them, or half dead people with dry skin and leather skin and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing those on social media, what people can do. So all right, that is everything unboxed out of the box. That is it. I'm going to get this stuff out of the way, reposition my camera so that we can start assembling this guy, and we will be right back. Folks, I apologize for this very weird angle. Unfortunately, the distance between my shop work counter and the doorway is just not far enough that I can angle the camera right so you can look down and see me. Either the counter kept blocking the view, or the gimbal itself kept blocking the view on the very bottom, and it was very annoying. You couldn't see the whole base. So just bear with me while we get the bottom half assembled, and then we'll adjust the camera for the top half, and then we'll go from there. So but I've already got the feet on the frame. There is D, which is the left leg, and E, which is the right leg, and then there is F, which is the left leg, and G, which is the right leg. So these have two different types of attachments now. They have the usual locking pin, and these also have additional screws on them as well. So this guy's gonna be extra sturdy. When you assemble this guy, make sure you put the bar down through the tibia first. So it does not go over this curve. So you have to assemble this part first. Down over the lock. And then you can tighten his ankle piece in like that. And then that kind of locks in place. And then we do the same thing with the other one. That's F. Down through. The locking pin for the right leg is on the front. The locking pin for the left leg is on the back. Not sure if there's a rhyme or reason for why they did that. Loosen the screw up a little bit. Yeah, you have to loosen the screw up before you put the leg on. I forgot to do it on this side, but that's okay. It takes a second. Okay, tighten that one in. I don't necessarily have to tighten these now, but we'll go from there. Okay, so moving on up to the thighs, I goes over E, which is going into G, so that one goes there, and then H goes to F, which is there. Okay, so we can get out of this weird angle now. I'm going to pause this video for a quick second. We're going to put the camera back up where it was, reposition, and then we'll do the top half. Stick around. The next part is the hips. These are just locking pins, traditional locking pins. There are holes on the back of the leg so you can access those pins. And then we're going to get him together. Hopefully. That lock in place. That lock in place and click. Okay, so that is the hips. Next is the torso. This does have a screw on the back, so make sure you loosen that enough to where you can get the torso on. Remove the plastic. This one does not have a locking pin. It is strictly on there with a screw. So we got that together. I might have to move this guy a little bit because this is a 6.5 foot skeleton. And my ceilings are not 6.5 feet. We might be moving over to the shop side for this last little bit. I mean, to the storage side. This was one of the complaints that I heard about this guy. It's not a bad thing that he's 6.5 feet tall. But the fact that he is 6.5 feet, so if you want to dress this guy, you're going to have to go to the big and tall shop to get clothes for him. You're not going to go to Walmart or something to find clothes. I mean, you might, I guess. They might have big and tall section that can dress this guy, but I am definitely going to have to move this guy over to the storage side to do the last of this last little bit. So saying that, there are the wire connectors. You have, it's like beige to beige, and there are little grooves that show you how those go in. Screw them together. They try to make this as idiot proof as possible, and I still keep trying to give them a run for their money, but you know. And then you can just tuck these down inside the pelvis if you can get them down in there, or up in the spine if possible. Oh, either out of the way. There we go. Not that anybody's going to notice this kind of stuff, but you know, for us OCD people, it kind of bothers us when you can see this kind of stuff. So they did not give a cloth to hide this for the lower spine, but all right. So I got that together. I can put the arms on, I guess, real quick. Okay, so we've got the left arm. It looks like he's just snapping into place. Oh no, there's a screw. Okay. Do. That is the right arm. And screwdriver. Make absolutely sure you don't over tighten these screws. Only hand tight. You don't have to crank them on there. I made that mistake with my Inferno pumpkin guy. Has the larger Allen wrench bolts, and I tightened that bad boy so down I cracked the shoulder joint. I've been meaning to find someone to do some 3D printing to print me a new shoulder joint, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I just ran another like a decking screw down through it and fixed it, but you know, don't be overzealous with the bolting here. You don't have to be, you ain't gotta be Samson about it. Just tighten it up as hand tight. You don't want to overdo it and crack your new $280 prop because you were all excited. And that ain't gonna help anybody but yourself. There we go. Okay, so arms are on. Everything else is together. I am going to pause this for a second for station identification. Get this guy over to the storage side of my shed. Get some lights on over there. That way I can put his head on, get him hooked up, and then we will do the demo. Be right back. Change of plans again. I brought him outside. It's just too blazing hot on the storage side of the shed. The shop side is the only one with AC, and I got it all insulated, and it's nice and cool over there, despite the AC sounding like a dying tauntaun. But shop side is way too freaking hot. There's not enough space right now, so I'm going to do the last little bit of it outside, and it actually makes more sense to do the demo outside because that's where he's going to be. So we'll go from there. But I have got his head, and I got the screwdriver, and we will get that put on. Remember to loosen the screw first. Don't step on the base like an idiot. And you can tighten that up. And that's another issue with him being 6'5". I'm like 5'10". 5'9". Sorry, ladies. I'm not 6'4" or anything like that, so you get what you get. So, but again, you have these screw together, waterproof connectors. Kind of idiot proof with the grooves to put them all together. White to white, red to red. And beige to beige. And then you can kind of tuck everything up under here if you can. At least it's out of the way. Hopefully. Yeah, I've seen other people do this. They make it look so easy getting those wires up in there. It's almost like there's not enough nylon to go over his neck. That doesn't impinge anything. Okay. So that is his head on. And we'll see if this has enough length on this cord to reach over to the outlet. If not, I'll have to get an extension cord, but yeah. We're always prepared here at the Watkins Dead and Breakfast for any snafu. Yeah, right. It is a nice high quality cord here. It's not some cheap string light. It's pretty decent. So we will see how this goes. Again, this has the screw connector, so everything is waterproof. And the connection for this is not on the box, on the shoulder. It's actually on the back of his left hip or his left butt cheek. So you screw that on. And one of the cool things they did for this guy is there are wire clips on the back of his left leg. Just clip those in. Kind of hides it a little bit. Normally I would do this, hide it under some clothing or zip tie it to the post that it comes with. I definitely don't think that wire is going to be long enough, so I have to go get an extension cord. That lasts a little bit, huffing and puffing and struggling to breathe. Got everything set up. I had to run the extension cord to the power cord. It just wasn't, it was long enough. It was a long cord, but not long enough. So I had to go get an extension cord. Did all that off camera just to save everybody the trouble. So he's all plugged up. We are ready to go. I got the instructions here. We're going to get him started and see how he works. Okay, so he is currently, I believe, in demo mode. There are lights only. You have off and a step pad. You can do a step pad for this guy if you like. His lights are already on. You can't see it in the daytime. This is why I was hoping to do it indoors, but he's just too tall for my shop. To change the demo mode to regular mode, press and hold the mode button for 7 seconds. There is a volume button, and then the next button down is the mode button. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the beep. And then you have lights only, step pad, and sensor. There is a sensor on the front of his chest.
Step into the shadows and enter my realm of the dead. May your night be filled with spectacular thrills and chills.
The servers are kind of loud. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Change that over so a smidge so you see him better.
The living have arrived. Within this domain, the sounds of rattling bones and horrifying screams fill the haunting air. Enjoy your
He is wobbling a little bit because I don't have him staked to the ground, but that should take care of that.
You will not be here for long.
The speaker's not that bad. It's a little tinny because it's pointing into the rib cage instead of out, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Welcome, dear guests. Tonight, bones clatter and spirits chatter. Join the celebration of ghouls and creepy creatures alike as we raise a toast to the spookiest season of them all.
And that's at full volume too, so you can adjust that if it's too loud. But I think that's pretty good for outdoors, especially when you got a lot of trick-or-treaters coming through.
come out to play. Embrace the mysterious ambiance and let the spirit guide your way.
I think that was number 4.
Wanderers of the night, heed my warnings. What you may experience here will be burned into your memory for eternity. Pass these graves with caution, as the horrors beyond this point are born of mischief, and you do not want to be their prey.
You don't hear the servers when he's talking, so that's not too bad. So those are the 5 sayings. I'm going to download the app for this guy, and then I will do a demo of him saying different things, and then I'll do a demo of the different eyes. So stick around for that, and we will be right back. Okay, guys, so I got the app downloaded, messed around with it a little bit, did some of the features, did my own recording. So I'm going to switch this guy back from Bluetooth over into the sensor mode. The first one should be the one that I programmed into the intro, and then I'll do a close-up. Tonight I'll do a video of the Skelly in the dark, the way you can see the different eyes and the light up chest and the mouth and everything. It's just too bright out here, even in the shade, to see anything. So after this is all done, I give you my final thoughts on it. After that part, there'll be the night demo. So stick around for that and get an idea what this guy looks like in the dark. But I'm going to switch him back over to the sensor mode, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Right. All right, he's back on sensor mode.
Welcome to the Watkins Dead and Breakfast, where fear comes to live. Enter, if you dare, a world of horrors beyond imagination. Are you brave enough to enter into this wicked realm?
So that's the one I recorded. And I said you can do like up to 30 of your own recordings. More on that in a second. I am going to shut this guy down for now. We'll reset up in the shop, and then we'll go over my final thoughts on this guy. AC shop here, nice and cool and air conditioning. Got the breeze blowing on me. Hopefully you can't hear that too much. I'll give you my final thoughts on the Ultra Skelly. Overall, I think it's a really good prop, and it's a good base to start with. He's got good movement. He's very sturdily built, very cool. I love the 5 preset sayings, and I'll probably just keep it set as that. Saying that, I wish I could do a demo of the app. I had to figure out a way to video for that for you guys. I can probably take some screenshots and show you exactly what it looks like. But as of right now, the app is very limited. There's only so many things you can do. You can control how the eyes move, how the arms move. If you want the arm to move when it says something, you can turn that on. Or if you want the head to move, you can turn that on or off. And the torso moving, turn that on and off. And you can do any combination, or you can have all of them going at the same time. They do give you voice options. You have normal voice, which is just your normal recorded voice. You have a high-pitched voice. You have a low-pitched voice. You have echo, alien, and a robot. Unfortunately, I don't like any of those. I like his pre-recorded voice, but you can't record anything where it plays in that voice. So you're going to have these 5 preset sayings if you keep them, or you're going to have 5 preset sayings in one voice, and then it's going to switch to something else. I don't know why there's a skeleton with a robot voice or an alien voice or a high-pitched voice. The low voice is just way too low. It sounds like this. It's very mumbled. Even full volume, it sounds muffled. Unfortunately, as of right now in the app, you can't like upload audio. There is a live mode, and I wish I could have showed that to you, but I'm recording on my phone and I can't do live mode and on the phone. You have to be several feet away or you get audio feedback, and I can't record and do both at the same time. It does work, and depending on what you say or how far away you are, there can be like an echo effect when he's playing, but I wish there was more you could do with the app than what you can do. Maybe that'll be coming in further updates and upgrades on the app itself. Hopefully that'll be somewhere in the future. Maybe we get some feedback and they'll add those features in. I would love to be able to record stuff and have him say it in his regular voice, or upload audio so that I could hook it up and play, record sayings and a voice modulator and have that uploaded to it where we'll play that instead of my normal voice, which it's okay, but it doesn't match the 5 voices that are already on there, or a voice is not, baritone to the point where you can't hear, bass where you can't hear anything. So, final thoughts on it. Well worth the $279. I wouldn't have been surprised if they sold this for $350, $400. Hopefully at some point they do come up with an audio jack option where you can hook them up to an external speaker. I don't have any issues with the audio sound. It sounds fine to me. It's like I said, it's a little tinny, like it's coming out of a tin can. That's like a little mono. It's not stereo, so you're not getting that full bass. You're not getting any bass in the voice, which would be super helpful. But his movement is good. Servos are a little loud when he's raising up his arm, but when he's talking, you can't hear it. It's only when he stops talking and it resets that you can hear the servos. Overall, well constructed, very sturdy. You'll probably get years of good use out of this guy. We're hoping to get years of good use out of him. I'm going to delete the one that I recorded, that first recording, and get that off of there and just stick with his 5 recorded voices until I can figure out a better way to record my voice for an intro. I would love to have him welcome people into our haunt and say, "You're welcome to the Watkins Dead and Breakfast. Come on in." Blah 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 blah. But this is not an option right now. At least not a good option. So maybe something further down the line will happen. But that's the Grave Bones Ultra Skelly with LCD eyes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you have one? Do you want to get one? Does something in this video encourage you to get one, discourage you from getting one? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for stopping by. All right, so here we got the regular eyes. And there are the green eyes. And there are greener eyes. I don't know what the difference is. There are some brown hazel eyes. Oh, there's the red ones. I kind of like the red ones a little bit. And then there is gray. I guess he's supposed to be dragon eyes, maybe. Yeah, so we got pinwheels. Ooh, hypnotized.
I like those.
And we got, looks like confetti. That's kind of weird, but okay. That's like a snowflake. Shamrock. Heart.
Valentine's Day.
American flag. Fireworks. Jolly Roger skull and crossbones. Stars. And fire. So there's all of the eyes. I'll change this back to blue because that's where they were before. And then we can change the lights as well. You can do green. There's a color wheel on here, so I can change all the colors I want. Make it more pink, blue. Make it really deep blue. Deep pink, really green. You can also change. I can do, that's a static, that's the solid light. Then you can do strobe or pulsing. Well, you can change the speed too, so you can slow the pulse down. Maybe, I hear you. Interesting. interesting. And you can dial back the brightness so he's not as bright. Okay. Slow pulse. It's a shame he doesn't cycle through. I don't think he cycles through the colors. Oh yeah, he does. There we go. Got him to cycle through the colors. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, there he goes. Cycles through the colors pretty fast. It's kind of cool. Alright. Well, that is the nighttime demo.
Wanderers of the night, heed my warnings. What you may experience here will be burned into your memory for eternity. Pass these graves with caution, as the horrors beyond this point are born of mischief, and you do not want to be their prey. Step into the shadows and enter my realm of the dead. May your night be filled with spectacular thrills and chills. Come one, come all. Bones come alive with laughter, and shadows come out to play. Embrace the mysterious ambiance, and let the spirit guide your way. Welcome, dear guests. Tonight, bones clatter, and spirits chatter. Join the celebration of ghouls and